I welcome the opportunity to address you today for this workshop on creating deeper public engagement on climate change through the creative and cultural sectors. I am delighted to see the collaboration between the Department of the Environment, Climate and Communications and the Creative Ireland programme. At the Galway International Arts Festival last year, former President Mary Robinson said that we need to imagine this world we are hurrying towards. We know that leading climate scientists say we have 12 years for the planet to change direction, and we need better means to imagine and create this healthier, more equal world with clean energy. Mary Robinson chose to give an example of this by describing Grafton Architects' exhibition at the 2018 Venice Biennale. They invited architects to respond to a brief where the earth is your client, with electric transport, reuse of materials and ways we can live together in a different way. Over the last few years, we have made significant progress in relation to climate policy in Ireland, having recently published the Climate Action Bill and having delivered on 70% of actions of the 2019 Climate Action Plan. We need to increase ambition and creativity about how we engage the public on climate action. I would like to see the Irish creative community at the forefront of this collective journey. In fact, I would go further. I would love Ireland to be at the forefront of using the creative communities, artists, designers, makers, working with climate scientists and our heritage sector to engage the public about the crisis and the steps we all need to take. The public has been telling us that they are broadly in agreement with the scientific consensus on the causes and implications of climate change, but they are unclear how we need to act, both individually and collectively. We need to think creatively about how we can make it easier for the public to be knowledgeable about the causes and effects of climate change. We also need to explore how to encourage and make it easier for people to make behaviour changes and informed consumer choices and to move towards a lower carbon lifestyle. Few sectors are better placed to lead on engaging the public on climate action than the culture and creative sectors. And by that, I envisage a broad, generous interpretation of creativity to include artists of all kinds, as well as architects, designers, and those working in heritage. Arts and culture are a fundamental expression of who we are as a nation, and they support social interaction and learning, economic activity, as well as physical and societal well-being, individually and cumulatively. They are an integral part of the fabric of our society. There are a number of ways the cultural and creative sectors can engage with climate change through helping the public to understand and visualise climate change risks and local adaptation issues around our landscapes and coastal areas. They can help to showcase success stories and the positive impacts of climate action from around the country. They can help communities explore and understand the practical implications of complex climate science. And, crucially, they can help communities to acknowledge and discuss the fears and questions they have in a safe environment and help to address misconceptions that currently exist. This will be critical for our work on the just transition. We know that arts and culture are very successful at bringing together diverse groups and creating an empathetic understanding between communities. I am confident that the creative and cultural sectors can play a lead role in ensuring resilience and recovery, as well as engaging the public on climate change and climate action. The increased allocation from my department in 2021 of €1.082 billion will allow for the continuation and enhancement of its very diverse but critical work programme. I will commit to reviewing how this funding can, in the first instance, support the recovery and resilience of the sectors, but also how they can be enabled to play a more central role in climate action. As representatives of fellow government departments, state agencies and organisations from across the climate and creative sectors, I would like to invite you to join us and to join together to share our collective knowledge and skills and to explore how we can work together towards better public engagement on climate change. I am pleased to announce today that I have asked the Creative Ireland programme to kickstart things in 2021. We will have a fund for creative projects that imaginatively engage the public on climate change. I will be asking my government colleagues through their departments and agencies to partner with us to make this fund bigger in scale and impact. To reflect the day ahead, I would like to end with a few lines by poet Seamus Heaney from his poem Hoffin. The three-tongued glacier has begun to melt. What will we do, they ask, when boulder Milt comes wallowing across the delta flats? I wish you success in your workshop today, and I look forward to hearing about the outputs and the next stages.